According to the most common Google results, an average person has roughly 70,000 thoughts per day. Even Deepak Chopra has said that people experience 60 to 80,000 thoughts each day. While the exact number is unknown, or depends on how one defines a thought, for our discussion, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that throughout each day, we have far more thoughts that are unconscious compared to the number of thoughts we're consciously aware of. For example, we all know that when we're thinking about something actively, like figuring out a complex problem or deciding what to cook for dinner, we're using our conscious mind. That's the part of our thinking we're fully aware of. But the tricky part is that there's also a whole lot of stuff going on behind the scenes in our minds that we don't even realize, which is our unconscious thinking. It's sort of like when you're watching a play, you see the actors and the action on stage, but there's a ton of work happening backstage out of sight that's crucial to the whole performance. The idea that our unconscious minds are hard at work isn't a new concept. In fact, Sigmund Freud was one of the first to talk about this. He proposed that our unconscious mind holds a whole bunch of our desires, thoughts, and memories that, even though we're not aware of them, play a big role in how we act and think. Since Freud's time, many others who study how brains work, psychologists and neuroscientists, have found evidence to back up this idea. They've discovered that much of what we do, the decisions we make, and even how we feel is guided by these unconscious thoughts. What's more, they found that these unconscious thoughts aren't just random. They often follow patterns and tend to repeat themselves. So it's like when you have a favorite song and you keep hitting the repeat button. Except in this case, the song is a thought, and the repeat button is being pressed by our unconscious minds without us even knowing it. But why does our mind do this? Well, some scientists think that these repeating patterns of thoughts could be a way for our minds to deal with complex issues. By playing the same song over and over, our minds might be trying to find a solution to a problem or make sense of something that's bothering us. So why does this matter? Why should you care about any of this? Understanding and harnessing the power of our thoughts matters profoundly because our thoughts shape our reality. Our perceptions, feelings, behaviors, and overall well-being are all intrinsically tied to the way we think. What goes on inside our minds, consciously and unconsciously, significantly influences how we navigate the world. For example, if we're unknowingly holding on to self-limiting or self-deprecating thoughts, this can manifest as low self-esteem, decreased motivation, or even depression over time. These thoughts can form barriers that keep us from realizing our potential and achieving our goals and aspirations. On the other hand, fostering aligned, empowering thoughts can lead to increased confidence, resilience, and a general sense of well-being. Moreover, as our world continues to increase in complexity and our lives become filled with more distractions, the ability to maintain awareness and direct our mental processes becomes even more crucial. It equips us to manage stress, maintain focus, and make more thoughtful decisions and ultimately lead more fulfilling lives. Developing our capacity to direct our thoughts and become active participants in our mental processes rather than passive bystanders is a critical step towards personal development. So whether we're seeking to overcome obstacles, achieve professional success, foster healthier relationships, or simply cultivate a sense of peace and happiness, the journey begins with greater awareness. The vast number of unconscious thoughts we have each day underscores the importance of training our minds to be aware of what we're thinking. By developing this skill, we can tune into our thoughts and assess whether they're bringing us closer to our goals or leading us astray. This concept is often referred to as mindfulness or metacognition, thinking about our own thinking. Think about it like this. Our mind is like a garden, and our thoughts are the seeds. Some of these seeds will grow into flowers that contribute to the beauty of the garden, while others will turn into weeds that can overcrowd the space if left unchecked. Just as a gardener must tend to their garden, removing the weeds and nurturing the flowers, we must cultivate our mental garden by acknowledging our disempowering thoughts, the weeds, and encouraging empowering ones, the flowers. By being mindful of our thought patterns, we can begin to notice which thoughts are on repeat and how they influence our feelings and actions. Are these thoughts serving us, leading us closer to our goals and aspirations, or are they limiting us, causing unnecessary stress, fear, or self-doubt? Many effective strategies can be used to cultivate this mindfulness. Meditation is one common method and a core tool in my one-to-one coaching and group programs. This is where we spend dedicated time focusing on our thoughts, which over time results in a calmer and more stable mind. Another effective technique is to keep a thought journal, noting down thoughts as they come and go. This is especially helpful for seeing patterns in our thoughts. However, it's important to remember that this process takes practice and patience, but the effort is worthwhile. With increased awareness, we can start to replace unhelpful patterns with more beneficial ones, like replacing a song that's stuck in our heads with a tune that's more to our liking. Big picture-wise, it's like our minds are running on two tracks simultaneously. The conscious track, where we're aware of our thoughts and actively engaging with them, and the unconscious track, where our thoughts are buzzing along behind the scenes, quietly influencing our actions and feelings. By training ourselves to tune into our thoughts, we can begin to guide our thought patterns in such a way that better serves our goals and aspirations, helping us become the directors of our lives rather than just spectators.